something I'm more excited about. So we have not anything really official so much as just some talk, but it's newsworthy to me, and I think for a lot of other people. Microsoft Flight Simulator Microsoft Flight Simulator VR support still a post-launch top wish list item. So Microsoft Flight Simulator seemed like the ideal candidate for VR when it was unveiled back in E3 2019 in June. However, word got out at E3 that the studio hasn't fully committed to supporting VR headsets at launch. They were kind of like, they just said, it's an option, but it's not like in the plans right now. And everyone was so mad. The entire flight sim community was like, come on, guys, we're all in VR now. Like, most of the flight sim community has VR headsets because it's like a match made in heaven, VR and flight sims.
Yeah.
So they said they were going to support it. And while we don't know if VR support, what does it say? We're no closer to knowing when VR support is coming. However, it is a top wished list item for post launch. So that's actually some pretty exciting news for all us VR flight sim people, because this is like, if you guys haven't seen Microsoft Flight Simulator footage yet, the new one coming out, it's just gorgeous. Like, I can't imagine anyone not at least wanting to try this game. It's drop dead gorgeous, and if they get it in VR, oh, it'll be one of my top 10 real quick.
Nice.
If they keep the graphics. So a lot of people excited.
Isn't it like using real maps, kind of like Google Maps does,
Yeah.
to make up all the terrains? That's why it's so good. Like, you could actually go fly around the real world,
Exactly.
basically.
Yeah, they're using a very smart algorithm, and it's not the difference between like a game like that and like Google Maps, even Google Earth, which is like already in VR. Google Earth tries its best to, as accurately as possible, represent the real world in 3D. Whereas from what we've seen of footage, it's more like Flight Simulator when it has an area that it like hasn't been like handcrafted. The algorithms focuses less on matching exactly what it's like in real life, so much as it still wants things to look good. So, like in Google Earth, when there's an area that hasn't gotten much attention in Google Earth in terms of like getting it like more 3D ready, it looks awful. Whereas
Area 51.
yeah. However, if you go to a place that like everywhere gets at least like good looking forests and good looking grass and good looking like, do you get what I'm saying? It'll always look good. Whether it'll be as accurate to the real world as possible is another story, but at least everywhere will look good, and that's really exciting.
Yeah, I would play around with it. I'm not big on flight sims, but just to go see it through the plane, and like I would try it out at least once. And I think that's the one thing about VR. It can pull you into something you weren't really into.
Mm-hmm.
I think if this comes to VR, there'll be a lot of people that thought they weren't into flight sims, tried this, and are like, okay, now I'm into flight sims.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one does sound like something I would try.
Yeah, it's a pretty gorgeous game. I would just look up any trailer for it, and you'll probably be sold pretty quick. The one thing I hope they do right is a lot of fight simulators have like, they don't have good tutorials. They need to just be able to let people just hop into a plane and just fly without too much headache. If people can do that and go, this is really cool, then they can invest time in it. Anyway,
like have an easy mode.
Yeah, have an easy. They do. They do need an easy mode.
Easy beginner.
Turn on autopilot. Mm-hmm. Boom. That's how most pilots fly now, anyways.
Yeah.
Press the autopilot.
All right, Jay, next news piece.